Take a close look at Charlie, missing.
This is my 12-year-old son, Charlie.
His friends knock on door after door, hoping to find his son. The FBI police working together to find him.
Tonight, a little boy is missing. Take a look at him. Charlie Bothell, father of the missing child. Is it true that you have been going door to door trying to get people to help you find your son?
It is. I've been going door to door since he disappeared.
Bruh, this story is crazy. Now, I was sent this video the other day by Jazz. We're going to watch this together because my reaction, she heard my initial reaction, and I pretty much had one word to say. I kind of screamed out loud, and I was like, it was just kind of crazy. And so I had to go look up and see what came out of this story. And make sure you check out the channel sponsor, Swag It. You can find exclusive content on there. We're doing a $500 giveaway at the end of the month. All you got to do is click the link, download the app, follow my page. You can earn swag bucks on there by watching videos or posting videos, and you can convert those swag bucks into gift cards. I'm about to get one myself, a $200 one. A free, easy way to help out the channel for free by supporting me through my sponsor. So we're going to watch this together. And there's a couple other things that we're going to watch together regarding this story.
Out to the father of the missing 12-year-old boy, Charlie. With me is his father, Charlie Bothell. Charlie, we're getting reports that your son has been found in your basement.
So they're literally, this guy's kid's been missing. I think it was for 11 days at the time. They're on a live broadcast, okay? Doing an interview. While they're doing this live broadcast, they find this guy's son.
Sir?
Yo, look at Nancy's face.
Mr. Bothell, are
What?
you? Yeah, we are getting reports that your son has been found alive in your basement.
What?
Yes, that's what, if you could hand me that wire very quickly. Yeah, we're getting that right now from yeah, how could your son be alive in your basement?
Comment down below right now. Don't look at anybody's comment. Just go type in the box. Tell me what you're thinking about this.
Oh shit. I have no idea.
Look at Nancy's face.
Now, this is just a report that we are hearing out of Detroit that we're trying to confirm.
God,
everybody
please.
in New York, please get on it. Let me know when we get Charlie Langton from WWJ. Sir, did you check your basement?
I checked my basement. The FBI checked my basement. The Detroit police checked my basement. My wife checked my basement. I've been down there several times. We've all been checking. How?
Okay, this is what we are hearing, that the missing 12-year-old boy has been found alive and well in his father's basement. Now, this is what I don't understand why you guys would have reported he's missing, and all our viewers have been on the lookout for him.
We've been on the lookout for him. We searched that entire house repeatedly. The FBI searched, the Detroit police searched. We've all searched. Oh, God, they brought dogs, everything. Everybody is searched. What? Oh, God, my son.
Have you checked your cell phone?
My cell phone is dead. I actually getting down here, I left it in the car charging because it had died on me. Oh, God.
And you're telling us that you searched your basement and your wife searched your basement?
I searched my basement. My wife searched my basement. The FBI searched my basement. The Detroit police searched my basement. We've all searched my basement multiple times. I mean, yes. They had the dogs searched. We've all searched the basement. The dogs searched my basement. Oh, God.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to give you a chance to call home and see what you can find out. Charlie Langton, WWJ News. Charlie, We're getting reports tonight that the boy has been found alive in Daddy's basement.
Yeah, Nancy, we're just getting word right now, and we've just basically confirmed that, the boy has been found alive in the father's basement. And we're just getting reports right now that is true. And literally, it just broke moments ago. Now, why the father didn't know about that for the last 11 days, what if the child was afraid, if there was any other collusion amongst anyone, what the child ate, all of those are questions that we are trying to get reports on right now. We understand that we're sending news crews right now to the scene. We're also understanding that the police chief is going to make yet another announcement that should be coming up a little bit later on. But yes, the boy has been found alive in his father's basement.
So this part now, okay, I think this is like the day after, or I don't know if it's the same day, but the media catches the father and they wanted to talk to him. There's a portion behind this that explains how they find the child, and I'll play that after. But I first want to get the father's reaction.
Your reaction to your son being found?
Man, no, I didn't know that he was in the basement. I searched. My wife searched. We've had dozens of police officers, FBI agents here, dogs. We've all been searching for my son. So any intimation that I knew that he was in there somehow, it's absurd. Literally, I couldn't find him. If the FBI couldn't find him and the Detroit police couldn't find him, for anybody to intimate, they did finally. Yeah, they've been living in my house for the last 10, 11 days. They've been here. We looked in my basement. I looked in my basement. They looked. They went down there with search dogs. My wife looked before she called me.
How the hell did these people go down there with search dogs and not find this child?
When was the last time you looked for your son down there?
The last time I looked for my son down there was a few days ago, before the FBI did, before they came with the dogs. No, I've been in the basement, but
has he ever hidden in the basement before? Has he ever hidden down there before?
No, he hasn't.
We heard that your ex-wife may have been hiding him down there from you and feeding him.
That's absurd. And my ex-wife did not take off. The FBI or the task force was here executing a search warrant. They forced my wife to leave. I was here. You guys were here.
How dare any of you question me?
They stated we could not be in the house while the search was being executed. That was a decision of law enforcement, not the decision of my wife.
How surprised are you that he was found in the basement?
I'm shocked because I looked, like I said, the Detroit police looked, the FBI looked repeatedly. They've been through here. They've been in my house until 3 in the morning on occasions and all night. When the lieutenant kept me and my family at the police station from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. The Detroit police and the task force were here all night executing search warrants. So to say that, for anybody to imply that I somehow knew that my son was in the basement, it's absurd and it's wrong. I love my son. I'm glad that he's home and he's going to have the great future that he deserves to have.
Well, no one
we talked to you earlier today. There was deeper concern, perhaps, about a homicide.
Yeah, man, you broke my heart with that, man.
Because I think there was blood found in the bedroom and somewhere else, which in the other portion of this video we'll watch after, it has that information.
Tell me about your range of emotions based on what the police were
saying. Man, they thought my son was dead, man.
Have you seen your son yet?
No, I haven't.
Do you know where he is?
Where's your wife? Where's your wife at right now?
No, I don't. My wife, she left. They wouldn't let her in the house. But I want to see my son.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, and you are watching.
God is good. God is good.
The father of Charlie Bothell, 12-year-old Charlie, his father, Charlie the Fourth, obviously overcome with emotion at the news that his son has been found. Charlie was just at a studio recording a...
Oh, my God. Look, it's so beautiful. They're all holding him and hugging him. It's time for a prayer circle now. Let's pray for the man.
Segment for the Nancy Grace Show, pleading for his son's safe return. He had told us all along he believed that his son was alive. This day has been a crazy range of emotions, with the chief telling us earlier that he actually thought the child may have been a victim of homicide. Take a look.
Yes, I believe my son is alive and I want him home. Period. Full stop.
A father focused on finding his son. 12-year-old Charlie Bothell has been missing since June 14th, when he allegedly left his home on Nicollet Place after refusing to finish his workout and his chores. His stepmother, Monique Dillard Bothell, allegedly threatened to tell his father, so 12-year-old Charlie took off.
We've gotten a number of tips, leads, and certainly we've gotten evidence in this investigation that suggests that this is more than just a serious missing. So I can tell you we're not ruling out the possibility of homicide, but we're still treating this case as a serious missing.
Here's the deal. My 12-year-old son has been missing. This is serious.
He needs some intervention at this point. He needs a whole lot of help at this point. Absolutely.
And you tell people, you and your wife, his stepmother.
No knowledge that my son was in that basement. And I don't know that he was in that basement the whole time. How could me, my wife, the Detroit police, the FBI, and all of these task force who have lived in my house,
did he have the means to get it out of here? Did he have a key to the house?
He was eating. It was implied that perhaps that your current wife might have been keeping him down there and hiding him perhaps from you.
That is absurd.
Does your ex-wife
Ride or die defending his the stepmother?
That is absurd.
Did she say that she's told you point blank that she does not know where he is?
Yes, she has. Period. My wife wouldn't do that.
Would you have noticed? Would you have noticed any disturbing of the property? I mean, you would have noticed he was coming in and out, wouldn't you?
It's amazing how people can do this with a straight face.
I can think I would have, but I would think that I would have noticed that he had a Twitter account that I didn't know about, which the FBI told me, and some, additional money that they found. So, I mean, as a parent, you do everything you can to keep as close a track on your children as you can.
Did he have a key? Could he have gone in and out?
We had extra keys around. I mean, so it's possible. We have extra keys.
Are any of them missing at this point? Have you looked at that?
That hadn't crossed my mind.
A lot of people were talking earlier about the whole lie detector situation. Your wife declined to take one with Detroit police. You said yes to the FBI.
The FBI did not ask my wife. Agent Scott Wheeler, Special Agent Scott Wheeler, after I declined to take the lie detector with the Detroit police because of the way the lieutenant treated me and my family, the agent said, well, okay, what about with the FBI? And I said, yes, absolutely, because I didn't do anything to my son, and I believe my son is going to be found safe and alive, and I want him home.
Did your wife volunteer? Did she consider volunteering for the FBI examination?
The FBI didn't ask her. If the FBI would have asked her, I don't see why my wife wouldn't have. But to be clear, the FBI asked me and not her.
But if you were looking to divert attention, why not volunteer her?
But listen, the FBI, obviously the focus was on me. And even today, I got a call from the reporters and even from you guys saying that they're looking at this as possibly, you know what I'm saying, a homicide case. The focus was on me, and that's why they asked me, and I wanted to clear it up, point blank. If the agent would have asked my wife to take a polygraph test, she would have had no reason not to, because my wife didn't do anything to my son, just like I've been saying that I didn't.
And you guys are both still willing, in the aftermath of everything that's happened here, you're both willing to take polygraphs with the FBI now to show that you had no knowledge. I
want to take it with the media, because the FBI doesn't release that kind of information, and I want this information out to the public. Period. I want my name cleared and my family name clear, and I want my family to be able to go forward. So I'm asking you, the media, to get the retired FBI, CIA agents, however you guys do it, because I want the truth out to the public.
But Charlie, they said that it looked like there was a barricade that someone had to have constructed.
He would have needed help to construct it.
Charlie couldn't have done that on his own. It looked like maybe there was some food placed.
And you can go down and look at it. I mean, it was a big 5
go take a look at it.
gallon drum. Do you think your son's big enough to lift that?
Listen. Have you seen the pictures of my son? And where exactly he was found? What were the subjects? Was he in the drum?
No, he was behind the container. But they said he was.
Okay, we have all kinds of stuff.
Crouched behind the container.
You know what? After disappearing like that, I'm sure he would be nervous. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course. I mean, why would he not be nervous? Simple as that.
How soon will you be able to see your son?
That's gonna be up to Police Chief Craig and these other folks, I'm supposing, and I hope they don't leave before I get a chance to ask him or talk with him, because I want to talk with him. So my son, he's obviously gonna need some counseling. He still needs to get his education. He needs to move forward with his life. So I'm gonna do everything that I can to help my son get his life back on track, which is what I've been doing right along.
The evidence that was already taken out of that house.
And see, evidence is implying that we did something wrong, just like people were accusing me of being a murder. It's only evidence if there was some crime committed. No crime committed here. That's not what happened.
Could there have been any other sort of abuse? There was blood evidence that was taken out of that house.
Yeah. There was no
abuse of my son. There was no, they said that there was evidence of a murder. That was nonsense then, and it's nonsense now.
What do you think Charlie's going to tell him? What do you think his explanation is going to be? You know your son.
Would there be any blood evidence from a fire?
I know my son to a certain extent, but I can tell you, I can't say what my son is going to say to them, and I don't want.
Hey, what's interesting about this guy is how close he gets to your face, looks you in the eye, and has a straight face.
Do any more guessing. There's been guessing about me being a murderer, actually being a murderer. I'm a nurse. I take care of people for a living. That's what I
Wow, you're a nurse too.
do. And I take care of my son, which is what I've done his whole life. So I don't want to do any more guessing. I want to get to the facts, which is why I asked the media to do a lie detector test so that we can get to the facts. That's why this has been the focus, my whole focus through all of this. That's why I agreed with the FBI agents when they asked me. They said, okay, let's get to it. That's why I agreed with the FBI agents, and that's why I'm asking the media right now still, hey, let's do a polygraph so we can put it out, all of these questions and innuendo about us.
Charlie ever said, I'm going to hide, I'm going to run away, and can you actually see him being able to do this?
Charlie ran away before.
Excuse me.
But just for a few hours.
Well, he was found within a few hours. So, what his intention, was there, I can't say. But you know what? Right now, I'm happy that my son is
I wonder why he ran away.
home, and I want to catch the chief and the other.
Okay, go ahead.
Are they leaving?
Go ahead.
I want to catch them before they leave. I want to catch them before they leave.
All right. Well,
All right, you see that is Charlie Bothell.
So this is the beginning part where they describe the chief here, what they found or what they saw.
Arrival, but there's no way he could have erected this makeshift area of concealment, I'll call it. He certainly was excited to see us. I had a chance to actually talk and embrace Charlie. Very excited to see us. This is a great story.
It really is a great story, because just earlier today, you folks said that you had not ruled out that he could be a victim of a homicide. So what does this mean in terms of the investigation? Are the parents now being questioned? What's happening next?
Well, what it means is, first of all, let me just applaud the work of the investigators. We had a collaborative, the FBI, state police. In fact, the fourth time we've been to this location together diligently, very thorough. And this was, in fact, the fourth time we've been to
The fourth time.
this location. In one of our visits, we came with a cadaver dog. So we're not certain that Charlie was here doing those visits, not certain at all. Because the question I would have, how could we miss? Certainly we know when there's a missing and we go into a family home, we check places that children can hide. Sometimes if children are afraid, they will hide and conceal themselves. But for whatever reason, I don't know what it looked like the first several visits, but certainly this time, the detective who was in that area thought something was strange and began to moving, and Charlie didn't alert his presence.
It was
Charlie
only when you found him.
It was only, and you could see that he was nervous but excited and glad to see the police.
Describe his condition. What was his condition? Like, did he look like he was hungry or what?
Well, he indicated he was hungry. Certainly, I saw evidence that there was food around the area where he was hiding. But he seemed to be both nervous and excited. In terms of his medical condition, he's being medically evaluated now. So I don't know what the doctors are going to find during that examination, but he appeared fine when I saw him.
What about his parents? Before, talk about that moment when the investigators came in contact with Charlie. How did he respond? What did he say?
Excitement. I don't know his exact words. I guess you could describe it as nervousness, excitement. He made some statements that I wasn't there then, but certainly lots of excitement to see us.
What are the parents?
Talk about the parents.
The parents know.
His parents aren't here right now, correct?
That's correct.
The father told us he was going to go and do an interview with Nancy Grace a little while ago. The mother, once we told her that you guys were looking into the possibility of homicide, the stepmother, I should say, she took off. Is there any reason to believe that some adult had to know Charlie was in that house?
I will tell you, we're not ruling that out. It would be hard for me to sit here and tell you that someone didn't know that Charlie was there. But I can't say definitively.
Chief, you described this area that was barricaded that even looked like someone had put food there. You said Charlie could not have erected this barricade himself.
There's no way in my judgment. I can't see how he could have. We're talking about a 5-gallon drum. We're talking about a 12-year-old child. Certainly, I don't see how he could have done it.
Describe the environment where he was at.
He was in the basement. Certainly there was some bedding. It appeared to be some kind of wooden, looked like a wooden stand that was nearby the area where Charlie was at. And then the drum, by the time I arrived at the location, the drum had been moved by the investigators.
And you all don't believe that he had been there the entire time? Because you all searched this, the police searched this home several times.
Four times.
But today, that's when you all found the barricade in the basement.
But we're not certain that he was there each and every time. As I pointed, I think what's telling is that we had a cadaver dog go into the location. And
the cadaver dog found nothing?
Found nothing.
Chief, for people that are just tuning in right now, kind of bring everybody up to speed on what happened. We know that 12-year-old Charlie, who's been missing for a week and a half, has been found alive in the very basement of the house where he was last seen here. Bring everybody up to speed.
Charlie's alive. Charlie's excited, and we're excited. We're as excited as Charlie. In fact, Charlie wanted to meet me, and I promised Charlie that once he gets through this part of the ordeal, he's going to visit the chief's office.
Did you and tell where he's found, where he was found.
Have the parents been notified?
I can't go into the notification. I'm not certain. I came here for one specific reason. I wanted to see, and I wanted to touch Charlie.
And he was
Does it appear that Charlie has been a victim of abuse?
I'm sorry.
He was hiding in the basement, but not in a way where you think he could have done it himself.
That's my judgment, my opinion, based on what I saw. But I can't be sure. I mean, we're talking about a 5-gallon drum. And so, not certain.
But Chief, based on what you saw, does he appear to be a victim of abuse? Was he bruised?
I didn't examine Charlie. That's the medical professionals will do that. Certainly, he was talkative. He was excited. I didn't do an examination, so I can't.
Chief, since finding Charlie, have you had a chance to have a conversation with his parents about you finding him?
I have not, and I am not certain that the investigators, they may have made contact with the parents. I would hope that the father, who is now doing a show on Nancy Grace, that someone would interrupt the show and advise him that the location you just left, your home, your son was downstairs.
And the mom has disappeared. Do you not find this a little odd?
I find a lot of things odd, but, my opinion doesn't count at this point.
So the end result of this is that both the mother and father, or stepmother, I should say, were both charged with child abuse and second degree. Let me see here specifically. Charged with torture and second degree child abuse charges. They both entered not guilty pleas, but then I thought they actually pleaded guilty or something. I thought they pleaded guilty, or they were found guilty. Prosecutors have brought torture and child abuse charges against the father and stepmother of a 12-year-old Detroit boy who was found in the father's basement last year after an 11-day disappearance. Charles and Monique systematically physically abused the child, forced him to live in the basement, and did allow him to socialize, Wayne County prosecutors said. They found him in the basement of the family's condominium. This is the mother, stepmother, and father here. This guy was actually a nurse. This guy was on TV putting on a show. Charlie was deprived of food and forced to engage in extreme and unreasonable exercise regimen. He has experienced physical abuse by his father for the entire 2 years he has resided with the father. The abuse included being physically disciplined with a PVC pipe on his butt. That's what I heard. They found a pipe over there. Feet, chest, head, thighs, sides, and arms. He was often too sore to sit or walk. But Charlie told caseworkers that his stepmother ordered him to the basement on June 14, 2014, because she believed he had not completed one of his twice-a-day workouts. So they had him doing all these crazy workouts. It included 100 push-ups, 200 sit-ups, 100 jumping jacks, 25 arm curls, and 25-pound weight, and 1,000 of revolutions on the elliptical machine. Wow. Charlie said his stepmom, who has 2 other children, told him, "Shut up, stay quiet, and don't say anything no matter what you hear." Wow. Holy crap, look at that. Charlie said Dillard told him at times, "I know where the sharp knives are. I can make you disappear." Charlie was discovered in a cramped basement behind a makeshift barrier of boxes. Confusingly, FBI agents previously searched the basement, even using specially trained cadaver dogs. It then emerged that there was an underground tunnel easily accessible from the basement, connecting the other condos in the block and leading to the outside building. The tunnels outside the door is usually locked and only accessible but to the maintenance men. But crucially, it was left open during the time he was in the resident because residents were getting rid of a buildup of trash in a dumpster left outside. That means Charlie could have left the property in the day before returning at night, explaining why FBI agents could not find the boy. Court documents apparently state that Charlie has claimed he even snuck upstairs for food when the house was empty. Wow, that reminds me of that thing, that show where the people that kind of sneak into people's houses and live there, even though this is his own home, but live there when the people are gone by the day, they go and get food and stuff. That's crazy that this kid had to live through that. Thankfully, this kid is alive, and survived. This could have been a whole nother story. They added in a court filing last year that the boy told authorities he was forced to rise before dawn for his intense workouts. And in case you didn't see it pop up on the screen, it says on January 19, 2016, the case was resolved when the father pleaded guilty to 4th-degree child abuse in exchange for the removal of the 2nd-degree child abuse charges. Prosecutors revealed that Charlie was very thin and had marks on his body from the abuse when he was found after being reported. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out the channel sponsor. We're doing a giveaway at the end of the month, $500. Plus, I'll probably do my own giveaway. Click the link, download Swag It. It's a video app. I'll be posting content on there as well. And thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. What a crazy, crazy story. I couldn't imagine, because sometimes when I see these stories, I couldn't imagine, but I do imagine what it would be like had this happened in this day and age. With like the internet, the sleuths, how crazy, how even more magnified this would have been. I have friends that sometimes hit me up, right? And they send me like a video link or something, and they want to hear my reaction. So I'll literally put them on speakerphone. I'll put the link up here or the video up on my little iMac, and I'll play it out loud. And this one, because I meant to tell you what my reaction was. My reaction to seeing this guy and Nancy Grace, because a lot of times my reaction is probably going to be more unfiltered than streaming. Bullshit. Bullshit. I was like, yo, there is something up with this guy. And so I was like, let me sit down here today. And I just started typing up and looking up because I wanted to see what happened with this. And you can see. Thank God Charlie's alive. Thank God he's okay. Hopefully he got therapy. This could have easily been a case where this child was killed. Take care of yourselves. Love you guys. Peace.